Is it true that you almost turned down the role of Lady Edith?
Well, so I didn't. It wasn't that I was worried about turning it down, but there was a moment where I didn't know if I was going to get it, and I had a different job. So I had a different job on the table, and I thought, how likely is it that I am going to get this gig, having not done any TV before? And the other job on the table was this nice play, and I knew people in the company, and I think they thought I was crazy, so I turned down that job. But yeah, as soon as I read it, as soon as I knew anything about it, I was willing to give up anything else in order to just be in the race. So yeah, I think there was a moment when people around me thought I was crazy, but I just had to bet everything on trying to get this job.
And you didn't regret anything?
I didn't regret it. Imagine.
The King and Queen are coming to Downton.
What?
So looking back at the moment when you have been on set for the very first time to now, doing the movie after you thought that it might be done 5 years ago, how does it feel?
Oh, it's incredible. I really genuinely feel lucky every day that I have managed to be part of Downton. It was like this training ground of working with these incredible actors and amazing writer and producers who were very nurturing to the newbies like me. You know, it was my first set that I was ever on, was Downton, and I had a two-hander scene with Hugh Bonneville, and I had to be crying, and it was huge. It was a really big deal. So yeah, I feel very grateful that I was surrounded by these incredible people, and I can't believe it's gone on for so long and that it's been the success that it has been, and yeah, we're all amazed.
After watching the movie, I thought, okay, there might be a next one.
I know, it's funny. It's having done it, you never know what's going to happen, and I think the great thing is that Julian loves writing it, I think, and you know, if he thinks of another one, maybe we'll do another one. It'd be great.
What did you do in those 5 years?
Yeah, so what has it been? 4 years. I've done some theatre, which I've loved. I've been doing a couple of plays with Jamie Lloyd, who's one of our best directors working in the UK. And yeah, I've done a couple of other sort of different things, really. Crime drama, Marcella, a United Kingdom movie. I did an independent film. So yeah, it's been a real mixture of stuff, and it's been so helpful as an actor when you have something that people know you from. It opens lots of doors, so I do feel very lucky.
Are you excited?
I am a bit. Are you?
After all these years, you still astonish me.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm a revelation and not a disappointment.
When did you realize that Downton would be so huge?
I don't know. It's always funny for me to separate the joy of finally getting this gig. You know, I was out of drama school a bit and was working in a doctor's surgery, which I've talked about a lot in the press, but that was my life. I was working as a receptionist. So to finally get this incredible job, my dream job, I was always thinking, this is the most amazing gig. But Hugh said quite early on to me, he said, Laura, they're not all like this one. This is quite special. So yeah, I think that probably was after the first series had aired and people started tweeting that were, Joan Rivers, I remember that being a thing when it kicked off in America, that suddenly it became this avalanche of well-known celebrities talking about the fact they were watching our show. So that felt quite major.
According to your whole life, what does Downton Abbey mean to you?
I I'm going to sound so cheesy, anything I say, but it's kind of true. It has become like another family, and I think that's, you know, Michelle is another sister to me now, you know. And it was throughout my 20s, you know, it was my second home and my second family, and I feel so grateful to have had this job so early in my career to sort of set me up, and I feel sort of proud of it for that reason.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was lovely to meet you.